One of my all-time bucket lists was to come to Egypt and see the Great Pyramids of Giza, and today I get to fulfill that bucket list. So I'm staying at the Best View Pyramids Hotel in Giza, and as you can see, there's not much between the hotel terrace here and the pyramids themselves. In fact, we're only about a 3-minute walk from the entrance into the pyramid complex. I've got to say, the hotel, don't expect the Four Seasons. Location wise, it's perfect, you couldn't ask for anything better, but its surroundings are a little bit dicey. The drive-in was one of the most treacherous drives I've ever been on, and I've seen some bad drives. There is a lot of rubbish around. I wouldn't call this a family destination, definitely for couples, individuals, backpackers, that kind of thing. There's no facilities, there's no pool. That being said, for me it's perfect. I'm only here for 2 days, so to be able to come in and out and be really close makes a big difference. You can see right here we've got the Great Pyramid, and then just a little further down here is the Sphinx. It's actually really close, but it's covered by a big telephone mast, which is unfortunate, but we're literally going to walk down and see it for ourselves up close in a minute. So I'm just making my way down to the pyramid complex now, but I actually felt a little uncomfortable walking around last night on my own. So the morning is definitely the time to have a mooch about. It's a very local place. I expected there to be more tourists, and there isn't. There's locals going about their business, you know, lots of horses, camels. So actually in the morning is definitely the time to come and have a look around the local area. From my hotel to the entrance is about a 5-minute walk, so it's not far, and we've got a lot of camels outside of our hotel. I think the guys are trying to get you to get a camel ride to the entrance, but it is 5 minutes away, so there's no need. Well, that was remarkably straightforward. I got here at 7:30. I was told it didn't open until 8, but they let me straight through. So I'm literally one of the first people in the site. I can see a handful of people in front of me, but that's about it. So definitely worth getting here early, because there are no crowds, there are no people. This is perfect. Now, today is going to be hot. Hottest day they've had for a long time. 43 degrees, and it says on my app that it will feel hotter. Now, I struggle at home in 10 degrees, so this will be interesting. The plan is we're going to head straight to the Sphinx, because that's closest, and then I'm going to go straight to the Great Pyramid of Khufu. I have a ticket to go in, so I'm hoping to be able to get in and go to the King's Chamber straight away before it gets too hot. I don't know whether it's the heat or what, but I am in the Temple of the Sphinx on my own. Look at this. Don't know if you can tell the sort of scale of these. This is a single piece of stone. Like, it is unbelievable. And this is just the temple. Like, I haven't even sort of fully made it to the Sphinx yet. It's just up the ramp here, and the pyramids are like a whole other scale from there. This is unbelievable. I mean, just look above me. This is just resting. Just when people talk about they talk about Egypt and how it was built, you until you see this, you just don't get it, and then you see it and you're like, it's impossible. Like, even by modern standards. Look at these up here. These are just resting. Like, they've been put up there with no machinery that we know of. That's the Sphinx. How cool is that? And in case no one believes me, look around me. I am the only person at the Sphinx. There is nobody here. I have it to myself. It appears like the Sphinx is staring at the sunrise. When you look, sunrise is right behind me here, and the Sphinx is staring straight at it. And I'm sure there's some reason for this. It looks cool, is where I'm at. I don't have a guide for this trip. I am doing it all myself, so I don't know some of the reasonings behind this. Definitely going to need a book. I think I need to read a book. But yeah, I mean, this is unbelievable, and to have this to myself. So this is like this is kind of the area, the viewing platform here. There's just no one here. Absolutely dead. It's brilliant. So here we are at the Pyramid of Khufu, where I have a ticket to go in. This is very exciting. There are paragliders. There's the Great Pyramid behind me there. We have paragliders in the sky. And look, I have Khufu to myself. What is going on? Nobody here. Maybe everyone's seen the pyramids by 2025, but certainly the videos I watched before I came out showed it much busier than this. But look at this, look at the size of it. It's quite unbelievable. Seeing it in person, watching videos like this really doesn't do it justice. This thing is enormous. And this isn't the biggest one. The biggest one is behind us here. There. And I'm gonna go there next. But fun fact, don't walk across the desert. It is hot and I nearly died. I didn't nearly die, but I did get very hot. Right, let's go and have a look inside. Okay, so I've just come out of the Mars Anchor tomb, and it's probably one of the more impressive parts of the pyramids complex. There are original hieroglyphics, original sculptures, paintings. It's really quite impressive, and there's no one in there. Again, the Pyramid of Khufu is heaving now. All the coaches drop everyone to the pyramid so that they can go inside. Fortunately, I went in earlier, but at the Mars Anchor tomb, which is just behind me here, there's no one in there. And to see original hieroglyphics is quite incredible, like painted onto the wall. So if you came here for the additional few pounds, or British pounds it costs to get the ticket to go in, they say there's no photography, but the guys there ask for a tip, and then you can really do what you want from there on in. Photograph, video, and they don't mind too much. There was said no photographs or videos in the Pyramid of Khufu, but you know, the guys are quite happy to take $5, and then all of a sudden you can take as many videos and as photos as you like. So best to come with a stack of $5 bills, because it seems to be the easiest way to tip people.
and they all seem happy. You get some nice photos, they'll take photos of you, and everybody's happy. Made it to the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is the newest museum in Cairo. It's actually in Giza, and it's effectively taking over from the Egyptian Museum, and a lot of the artifacts have been moved to here. King Tutankhamun's artifacts are still at the original older museum, and I'm going to be heading there tomorrow. But it's hard to put into words the number of artifacts they have there. So not only that, the quality is like unbelievable. This place is ultra modern, very clean, tidy, very well presented, very different to Giza itself, and I was absolutely blown away. I kind of got pretty speechless actually. The artifacts they've got are incredible. Everything from paper, original paper to mummies, and all other manner of sarcophagus, statues. So much to see. Very well presented. It's still not fully open. There are areas that are closed, so bear that in mind. It's also not the cheapest. It was 800 Egyptian dollars or 800 Egyptian pounds to come in as just an individual adult. If I wanted a guide, it was over double that, so about 1700. I would say at 800 it's still well worth coming. There's so much to see in here. It's incredible. I am looking forward to seeing King Tutankhamun's or everything that came from his tomb tomorrow. It's a shame it's not all under one roof. I know they're working on it. I think it's literally happening within the next month or two, from what I read, but it is going to involve a second museum, so this video is going to be museum heavy, but it's such an important part of this visit, and to understand all the history, so I'm excited to see it all, and show you a bit more of what I've seen today. Right. So I've made it to the Egyptian Museum of Cairo, and as impressive as the building is from the outside, inside it would fit nicely into a 1980s version of Indiana Jones. It's impressive the amount that they have, but in all honesty, the place needs a significant the exhibits in their old cabinets are just covered in dust, and it really does take away a bit from what they have. The Tutankhamun exhibition again is a little underwhelming. You're not allowed to take photos or videos, and I got in a significant amount of trouble just by holding my camera. I didn't film or photograph anything apart from the entrance, but just having it, the security came straight over to me, asked to see what was on the camera, hadn't delete anything, I'd take it. Fortunately I hadn't, I'd read up before I came, so I knew that was taken. But you know, I don't want to take away from the artifacts that they have, because they're incredible. The same Tutankhamun's the face mask, his sarcophagus, and then all of the other pieces that they have around the museum. They are amazing. This is the first time I've seen an actual mummy, a mummified body in real life, and that was pretty special. But it's hard to get excited when it's so poorly kept, which is disappointing. All that being said, it's definitely still worth coming. You can't see these things anywhere else, so you really do have to come and see it for yourself. Just be prepared that, particularly from my perspective, going to the Grand Egyptian Museum yesterday set a very high benchmark. Most of the exhibits there aren't behind glass. They are on open pedestals, and the view that you get and the access that you get is significantly better than here, where everything is behind glass, and not only behind glass but behind old dirty glass with quite dusty relics and artifacts inside. So still worth the price of entry, I would say. Still worth coming, but just be prepared. My time in Egypt is at an end. I'm leaving from the museum to the airport. It is a whirlwind tour of probably the biggest tourist attractions in Cairo and Giza, but that is what I came for. It's what I've always wanted to come and see. No doubt every Uber driver I've spoken to so far says, oh, you have to go and see this and you have to go and see that, and you can't leave Cairo without seeing this. I don't disbelieve them. I know that it's true, but perhaps for another trip. So just leaves me to show you what else I saw in the museum.